Thanks for joining us. Let's go to the nub of the matter and the penalty. Was that a daft penalty to give away?
I believe so. You know, it was a shot, took a deflection, a ricochet that probably ought to, 100% know where the ball's going to go, but felt we were just a little bit lazy recovering the position and then dangled the leg. Now, I'm not exactly sure from pitch level whether the lad would have definitely scored or had a really good opportunity. I wasn't quite sure who was around particularly. But certainly we made the referee's mind up for him. No complaints about the decision.
Yeah, because Affetti had lost it at halfway in the build-up. Was that the rush of blood in trying to get the ball back?
Possibly. I mean, as you said, I think we're just over the halfway line. He gave the ball away, kind of a long way from our goal, where people are allowed to give the ball away. But that was the first kind of mistake to it, and then after that. Felt we kind of had recovered. As I said, the ball was pulled back to the edge of the took we've closed it down, it took a ricochet, felt maybe kindly, but at the same time I still think we can get back in position better. And big goal side, then you're not dangling legs trying to recover the situation.
In fairness, have you done enough to win the game or get anything from the game?
I thought we'd done enough to get something from the game, not to win it. I thought it was a pretty even affair. I know they rattled the bar towards the end. That said, we've had a great chance with the ball in from Callum Jones at the end. He's gone in behind their defence. He's kind of just needs to be bundled home. We missed that opportunity. But in general, I didn't think either keepers had many saves to make. Oh, if you look at it, they had probably. I thought we had the first 20 minutes of the game. Then I thought,
I wouldn't disagree.
Then I thought they came into it. Second half, they were probably slightly better than us overall. But I'm not sure they did that much in terms of creating. So from that point of view, I think it would have been a fair result, a draw, because I'm not sure they'd quite done enough. But in the end, they get themselves in front, and then we couldn't fashion enough chances, certainly. Only one or two real moments to try and take something.
I wondered why you didn't change it earlier, because watching the game from up there, it looked as though it needed a change earlier in the second half.
Well, I said, I think from my point of view, without being unkind to some of the lads, we kind of are quite stretched. We play a certain way more often than not. I think we have to trust in that. And then obviously we did make the changes. But I'm not sure, again, that really make us much better. I'm not convinced it did.
I agree.
Sorry,
it didn't make you any better, really.
Yeah.
But it needed a change somehow.
Well, sometimes that happens, and other times you to what you're good at. That was a chat that we've had some time ago when we were on a run and trying to play a certain way. I think that the players feel comfortable with. Ultimately, there's a couple of basics within the game. Is second balls that they were struggling with for the first 20 minutes. That was their bench was clearly concerned at that. Then they did a lot better on it. We struggled from that point on that aspect. And the other is just being better on the ball. Now that's not anything to do with decisions. That's just players making better decisions. Kind of highlighted, you mentioned it, for the goal. Now admittedly it's a long way from our goal, but we're in good possession, and the next minute we're chasing back. And I thought we turned over possession too quickly. When we've got reasonable control of it, the next minute we've given the ball away, and we have to be better.
Maguire-Drew was back on the bench today. Was he just making up the numbers?
He was one that I wanted to bring with us. It was a surprise, in all honesty. Right. The conversation after I spoke to Matt yesterday. He came in to see me, spoke to the medical staff, and he'd probably done a little bit more than I thought. We agreed to let him train, see how we came through, and said didn't feel anything, felt good. So he came with us. As it turned out, I didn't think it was quite right for him. Ralph down this left-hand side is a good outlet. That's not George's strength. But it's nice, fingers crossed now, that we can keep him back with us because I think he can be a big player for us.
Is the away form going to be the thing that trips you up on the search for the playoffs? That's, I think, 8 defeats away from that.
It's obviously not as good as his own form. I think that's quite normal for most teams to have. I think more so it was that period where it was a difficult run of games for us, where weren't even picking up draws when we should have taken something from a lot of the games at least. I think that's what I would look at more so, but at the same time, we've still got lots to play for. You know, and certainly said prior to the game, irrespective of the result tonight, lots and lots to play for, and the season's not going to be defined on this evening. Did say we got a couple of really tough away games. I think I forgot the one after that
exactly.
as well.
You've got 2 more to come, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. And you know, again, the travel and things like that doesn't make it easy, but we've got to lick his wounds. Can't have changed tonight. And what we can do is go to Yeovil and hopefully put on a performance that can warrant us taking 3 points.